We out here in a game. This the money game. This ain't the black man's game. This ain't the white man's game. This the money game.
But
we in the money game. And you cannot sacrifice yourself. The best thing you can do for poor people is not be one of them. You cannot help them.
Monique, why is she canceled? And then I know Tyler wouldn't support that. He never told nobody not to work with her. When I talked to him, he was like, nah, I never told no one not to work with her. And I said, but you Tyler Perry, and you never told anyone to work with her.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? And he was like, I never looked at it like that. Because I said, you just got to consider how...
After learning that Taraji P. Henson was blacklisted by Oprah for speaking out about her negative experience filming The Color Purple, 50 Cent is aiming directly for Steve Harvey's throat. Oprah supposedly exploded after Taraji exposed the abuse, so it's a complete catastrophe behind the scenes, accusing her of causing the film's box office failure. Listen now. 50 Cent may play pranks online, but when it comes to doing the right thing, he doesn't play along. He won't allow Oprah to get away with employing the same devious tactics she supposedly used on Monica years ago. Rumor has it that she's using Steve Harvey to manage her criminal company and remove Taraji. It appears, however, that Oprah's clumsy scheme may already be succeeding. No one seems to want to be associated with Taraji anymore, and studios are quietly pulling her off of assignments one after another. However, 50 Cent is locked up and laden with receipts that could reveal Oprah's entire plan. He's willing to let everything out and isn't afraid to bring the smoke. But the main query is, did Oprah really phone Steve Harvey to help destroy Taraji's career, and is she really that upset about what Taraji said during the Color Purple press tour?
We do it with so much grace and get paid half the price of what we're worth. And that becomes difficult. And it's a slap in my face when people go, oh, you work all the time. Well, bitch, I have to, because the math ain't mathin'. I wish I could do 2 films a year and relax the rest. I wish I had it like that. So because you see me working so much, I got to. You know, big bills come with this shit we do, okay? I don't do this alone. It takes a team. And they want to get paid for their work, as they should. So when you hear somebody making, oh, they made $10 million on this movie, well, you know Uncle Sam gonna get 50% off the top, right? And then you gotta pay 30% or however much you pay your team, so you really haven't made $10 million.
It's getting crazy outside. Taraji's outburst on the press blitz for The Color Purple a few weeks ago put Oprah and Taraji in the news. Some were quick to claim that Taraji went too far by disclosing personal information before the film had even recovered its costs. Because press tours are meant to be about promoting the film and keeping things upbeat so people are eager to purchase tickets. However, can you really blame her?
That Benjamin Button story hit so hard because all I was asking was for $500,000. I wasn't trying to take nothing from Brad Pitt or Kate Winslet, Blanchett. They deserve to earn what they get because they work their asses off for it. I so too worked my ass off. And at the time, I couldn't say no. I didn't have any power because they would have been like, next. But I saw the bigger picture and I had to check my ego. And it was tough because I had to check it every day on that set. I had to check it because it would rise up.
Taraji has endured years of lowball offers, disdain, and outright abuse in Hollywood. She couldn't contain her pain any longer. And when Taraji sat down for the SAG, it all just spilled out when she finally had a microphone in front of her. After speaking candidly throughout the interview, she revealed that she hasn't received a pay raise since Proud Mary. If you've seen Proud Mary, you're already aware of how amazing she was in that part. She should have been thrown directly into that lucrative lane because she bodied it. Undoubtedly, actually, you can consider any role. Taraji has been carrying Hollywood for years, but when she was requested to join the Color Purple ensemble, the compensation they offered her was so low that it was blatantly demeaning. Taraji made it obvious that she wasn't only speaking for herself when she stood strong and warned that actresses like her must speak up. Because if they remain silent, the future generation of black actresses will be treated in the same manner. For example, how dare they attack a queen like that? Hollywood continued to play games, and she wasn't going to sit there and remain mute.
Having the same story, it's breaking my heart. Like 20 plus in the game, it breaks my heart. It's like every time you achieve something really incredible, it's almost like the industry looks at it as a fluke. Like, oh, that was like some one-time thing. So you fall back to the bottom, and you gotta negotiate and fight tooth and nail to get what you made the last time. When where's my raise? I haven't seen a raise in my income since Proud Mary, and almost had to walk away from color.
Her remarks shattered the entire conversation. People began to discuss how black women are still underpaid and ignored in the entertainment industry. Viola Davis even stated that she has yet to receive the payment that she is due, even after achieving all of the same things as her white female and male contemporaries.
If I don't take a stand, how am I making it easy for Fantasia and Danielle and Hallie and Felicia? Then why am I doing this? If it's all just for me, why are you here? We are to service each other. God is very clever. He put us on this earth and he made us all look different. He made it complicated. We need to figure it out. And we can. And we are. You have to look at the glass as half full. It's always.
Not only that, but Gabrielle Union also took a stand and shared experiences of being burned out and lowballed from carrying projects on her back for peanuts. Similar to Taraji, Keke Palmer even entered the Instagram discussion room and stated that she must pay an entire crew before she can even see a share of the pie.
Well, we get probably 1/10 of what a Caucasian woman gets. And I'm number one on the call sheet. And then I have to go in and I have to hustle for my worth. That's what I feel like I'm doing. When I demand what I feel, listen, I have more than a 30-year professional career. I had a friend who said, yeah, but Viola, your career is better than my career. I said, yeah, but you can't compare me to you. Because once again, I got the Oscar, I got the Emmy, I got the 2 Tonys. I've done Broadway, I've done off-Broadway, I've done TV.
Additionally, Keke revealed truths. She stated, the entertainment industry is just like any other industry. We run businesses to keep our brands afloat, us being the brand or business. And the staff, managers, agents, and publicists are the ones who contribute to the large sum that everyone believes we're receiving. It's not all glamour and glitz as people believe. Like all the others, Taraji has monthly expenses to cover. Nothing different. More money, more problems, as Biggie once remarked. During a conversation with Gayle King, Taraji couldn't contain her tears as she described how she has been working for years to make ends meet because the money never adds up. It broke her down on camera, and the math was clearly not matched.
I heard on the street, Taraji, you had the audacity to say you're thinking about stopping acting. We said, stop talking. Are you thinking about it?
I'm just tired of working so hard, being gracious at what I do, getting
here. However, things became murky. Gayle's persistent attempts to divert attention from Taraji's actual problem were noticed by fans. It was almost as if she didn't want Taraji to disparage her friend. Ever since the Color Purple press tour began, Oprah fans have been observing the chaos behind the scenes as Taraji and Oprah are at odds. Rumor has it that it wasn't just Taraji's egregiously low salary received an offer. Fantasia and Danielle. Brooks even complained that they were not given their own changing rooms, demonstrating how disgusting the treatment was on set. In addition to being crammed into a small space like some afterthoughts, they were not given enough food while putting in long hours on production. To their stars, who does that? Taraji was hot. Additionally, Oprah, who was heavily involved in the production, allegedly ordered her to just leave like that. As you can see from some of the films that are circulating, that outburst caused a great deal of animosity between Taraji and Oprah. It is alleged that Taraji was repeatedly coached by Oprah to simply put on a false grin and get through the press. Run. Taraji wasn't going to pretend to be hip for anyone.
To Meryl Streep, Julianne Moore, Sigourney Weaver, they all came out of Yale. They came out of Juilliard. They came out of NYU. They had the same path as me, and yet I am nowhere near them. Not as far as money, not as far as job opportunities, nowhere close to it. And yet I have to constantly get on that phone, and I have fabulous agents, by the way. They are getting it. But I have to get on that phone and people say, "You're a black Meryl Streep." You are, and we love you. We love you. There is no one like you. Okay, then if there's no one like me, you think I'm that? You pay me.
Guess who Oprah is apparently blaming for The Color Purple's box office failure? Taraji, which is ridiculous because everyone was so excited about this movie. At first, and it's stunning to see it crash and burn like this. All viewers of The Color Purple will agree that the actors were excellent. Really, they gave it their all. Just take a look at the lineup. Taraji P. Henson Goldberg, Whoopi Hello. Bailey Coleman Domingo. Pure stellar power everywhere you looked. But the stunner is here, with a more than $100 million budget. The Color Purple is said to only made $58 million at the box office. It gets worse. The individuals who created the film do not receive even all of the $58 million. The theater that was exhibiting it picked up most of it. Because of this, they were forced to release the film quickly on streaming services. Just getting a portion of that money back was their top priority. Amazingly, the fans genuinely adored it. Even though it had all the makings of a smash, the Broadway version fell short according to audience statistics. According to rumors, Taraji's remarks regarding how she and the way others were handled on filming caused many people to boycott the film. At that point, things became really ugly. Oprah is reportedly upset because The Color Purple wasn't simply another film for her. Rather, it was meant to be the crown jewel of Harpo Studios. The movie was supposed to win big prizes, make huge sums of money, and pave the way for even more projects under Oprah's name. Now that it has failed, Oprah is allegedly accusing Taraji of being responsible and attempting to blacklist her in retaliation, just as she allegedly did to Monique in the past. Monique, in case you forgot, conflicted with Oprah after appearing in the 2009 film Precious. Even though Monique was reportedly paid just $50,000 by Oprah for her role in a big-budget movie, she accepted it because she believed it would boost her CV, and she was correct. Even though it was a sad experience, she ended up winning a lot of awards for her performance. However, once Monique declined to participate in an unpaid press tour for Precious, things really went south between her and Oprah. That wasn't how Oprah felt, and the drama began at that point. Oprah is said to have begun speaking to people behind the sequences that were challenging to collaborate on. And eventually, the entire industry abandoned Monique. Monique's offers dried up overnight because things went so terribly. Projects she was already working on were canceled as if they had never happened. Her career took a severe turn, and to be honest, it never entirely recovered. Guess who stood up for Monique when Lee Daniels later came out and apologized to her, acknowledging that she was blackballed for refusing to play the Hollywood game? Wild Monique, at the time of 50 Cent, placed himself in the line of fire to support Oprah after learning that she was out there blacklisting Monique for not kissing. 50 doesn't just talk, he acts. He followed through on his word by casting Monique in his popular show Black Mafia Family, giving her a genuine chance to make her career take off again. He also began heavily pushing her comedy appearances and even pledged to help her regain her fame. Remember that Oprah has been fermenting a fight with 50 for years? He has been calling Oprah out on her use of her platform to undermine, then uplift black people for a long time. According to 50, it all began when Oprah flatly rejected him from appearing on her show. citing his music as being too violent. And the petty game in the 50s is the best. You know, when he was younger, he even named his dog Oprah. You cannot fabricate this. However, real talk, 50 isn't joking about Taraji either. Instead, he's taking a strong stance, declaring that history won't be repeated. He dropped resits, proving his assistance as a sign of his seriousness. Mary J. Blige gets one of the largest purses for a black television actress. In reality, Mary J's show Ghost Boss moves, and 50 isn't stopping there. Earning $400,000 per episode? His first target is Steve Harvey, who he is accusing of allowing Oprah to use him to blacklist Taraji. Furthermore, Steve Harvey has a questionable past of his own. Word is that he even attempted to ruin Bernie Mac's career because he was envious of Bernie's success. He has a messy history of destroying people with whom he doesn't click. That's only the tip. Regarding the iceberg, for years, Steve has faced criticism for promoting negative stereotypes about black people using his position. Cat Williams even made fun of him once, claiming that Steve made Cedric the Entertainer wear a dress for a comedy sketch, despite being well aware of how Hollywood enjoys forcing black guys to wear gowns in order to detract from their image. The charges don't end there either. For a fast check, Steve has been referred to as a sellout more times than we can count while playing into black caricatures that are clownish. Recall that when Monique appeared on Steve's show, she confronted him directly about not defending her in her dispute with Oprah despite knowing she was correct rather than supporting her. Steve essentially advised Monique that she should have sold out to safeguard her career. Crazy that Oprah allegedly enlisted Steve's assistance in blacklisting Taraji is therefore not shocking. Steve has been involved in similar shady situations before, and guess what? It appears that Oprah's scheme may already be succeeding. Suddenly, Taraji switched completely and began raving about Oprah as if she were the greatest thing ever.
Did you think you could escape now?
Okay, awesome.
Get him.
I can't see a thing. Can anybody see anything? There we go.
Where are we looking?
Right here. Oh, wait, we're starting right down here.
Okay.
Everybody right down here, and then we're going to go all the way around the ring.
Come on, Fantasia. I want to
Be a part of it.
Taraji said, Miss Oprah has been nothing less than a steady and solid beacon of light to all of the cast of The Color Purple. After everything that happened, Guy, it's obvious that there was a lot of pressure behind the scenes. Taraji continued by noting that during the Color Purple run, Oprah provided her with unfailing support, encouragement, and direction. I was directly instructed by Miss Oprah to contact her for whatever I required, which I did. Thank you for everything you do, Ms. Oprah. Yes, that fairy tale did not appeal to fans. The comment sections quickly lit up. Everyone was able to see through it. People are sick of Oprah's duplicitous behavior and are no longer afraid to speak out against it. That's why Taraji is so popular. Throughout their career, she has consistently been the one to reveal the dark side of the field they operate in, challenging to conceal when it counted. Taraji didn't fake the funk, and now everyone is aware of the types of games being performed. Behind the scenes, it's obvious that Oprah isn't suited for that type of pushback because she's used to people bending down and remaining silent. But now they're standing tall and calling her out. 50 Cent deserves praise for standing up for Taraji and stating unequivocally that he will not allow Oprah to harass her the way she did with other people. In all honesty, a lot of people have long been observing Oprah in a sidelong manner, It's not only Taraji, and in all honesty, there was nothing Taraji could have said to alter people's pre-existing opinions. Oprah has been acting strangely toward Black men and women for years, and her standing in the Black community has been in a bad place for a while. As Gumi Murpile would say, shame, 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 shame. However, do you believe that Oprah is actually attempting to ruin Taraji's career, while Steve Harvey is assisting her behind the scenes? Leave your thoughts in the space provided below. Remember, to share this video, like it, and subscribe. I'll see you in the next one.